All right, let's talk about this cinema rig for the Panasonic GH5 by SmallRig. If you're new here, my name is Caleb and I've been doing freelance video production since 2012, but this channel is to help you make your own videos, whether you just started or you've been making them for a while, whether you use the GH5 or any other camera. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. First of all, I just want to say thank you to SmallRig for sending me all of the components to build out this cinema rig for the Panasonic GH5. Now, SmallRig did send these to me, but they're not paying me to say anything nice about these products. Now, I've been using SmallRig gear for a while now, and I've always been happy with the build quality and usability of their products. So when they reached out to see if I'd make a video, I was more than happy to work with them on building this GH5 cinema rig. All right, so I'm totally using a window to light this. So if the light changes or if there's like flashes with cars going by, my apologies. So what I'm going to do in this video is just go through each component that makes up this cinema rig. Now, do you need all of these things to make great videos with the Panasonic GH5? I'm always going to say absolutely not. You don't need these things, but sometimes these pieces of gear, these components, these camera rigs can help in different situations when it comes to filming. So no, you don't need them, but sometimes they are very helpful. And if you want to check any of these things out, I will have affiliate links down in the description. And if you use those links, that would be awesome and totally help support this channel. So the lens that I'm using, which is a workhorse of a lens, is the Sigma 18-35. Now, when I've had my GH5 rigged up before, the Sigma 18-35 basically always stays on the camera, and I boost the speed with the Metabone speed booster. We're building our rig around the GH5, Sigma 18-35, and the Metabone speed booster 0.71. Now, as far as a monitor for this, any monitor will work, but I'm using the Atomos Ninja 5. So the very first part is you're gonna wanna cage up your GH5. And for that, I have this older model, the 2049 GH5 cage. Now, they do have a newer model that was recently released for the GH5 that's a little slimmer, a little sleeker, and it's just a new type of design for the GH5. Now, really, the cage is the first step because things are gonna build off of that. All right, let's talk about this handle up top. Now, this is a rotating Nato handle. It's the wood model HTN 2362. Now, this is a rotating handle. So this knob right here, you're able to loosen up and you can flip this handle around if you want to hold it more towards the center of the camera. Now, I have the monitor there, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but this is a Nato handle. So that means it has a quick release right here, which you can quickly undo this and release it from the top of the cage. It also has all of these threads in here, as well as the Allen wrench tool that slides and magnetically held right in there. Now, one of the things you're going to need for this handle is the Nato quick release safety rail right on the top right here. Okay, so I'm just going to flip this on the side and we're going to talk about this base plate right here. This is the base plate with the 15mm rod clamps. This is model 1798. And this base plate right here is going to allow you to attach to any type of tripod mount. So you can just go real quick, slide it into your tripod. And with this base plate, you're going to be able to connect these 15mm rods. So you're going to be able to kind of adjust this on the rods to balance out the rig a little bit. And this base plate is a heavy duty base plate. So if you actually have a bigger camera than the GH5, this base plate will be able to support that. All right, while we're on the base plate, let's just go ahead and talk about these 15mm rods. I'm using the 10-inch rods, and this is model number 1052. So it's going to allow you to connect accessories like, you know, this follow focus, or if you want to attach a battery pack to the back of the camera to power everything. And one of the things I like about the 10-inch rods is that they're not super long. So you're not going to have a ton of excess rod, you know, sticking out the front or the back. You'll be able to really easily balance on the 10-inch and allow for a bunch of other accessories. All right, let's talk about the monitor mount. And here I have the swivel and tilt monitor mount, which is BSE 2294. Now this monitor mount supports 5-inch and 7-inch monitors. So you're gonna be able to pivot it 360 degrees and tilt it 150. And it's a free stop, so it's really any position that you put in here. Now this model has some Allen screws that just secure right into the front of the rig or on the top of the rig, depending on where you might want to mount your monitor. Now this monitor mount also has a rubber pad right under here, so where the monitor meets the mount, you're not going to be scratching up the bottom of your monitor. Now one of the things you might want to take into consideration if you are using a top handle like this Nato handle with all these threads and cold shoe mounts, there is a version of this mount, the BSE 2346, that would go right into the cold shoe, or a monitor mount that fits right in this front thread of the handle. So if you want your monitor just a little bit higher so that the handle is not, getting in the view of the monitor, if you want it higher up here, then you can use one of those mounts as well to mount to this handle. All right, next let's talk about this follow focus. And I actually really like this follow focus. This is probably one of the best follow focus systems that I've used. Now it's portable, it's compact, it's mini, it's model 3010. Now the reason you'd use a follow focus is because it's going to give you some pretty precise control, and you're able to set focus points with these little knobs. So if you have your first spot that you want in focus, and then when you set up your shot, you have this second spot right here, you're going to be able to get a very precise focus without having your hand on the actual ring of the lens. Now, one of the things that you're able to do with this follow focus as well is just pop this up, and then you have really free reign to go as far as you want on the follow focus. But if you want to set those in-out points, you just set those, loosen these up if you need to adjust it, and set those different focus points that you need. Now, being attached to this rail system, you're able to kind of adjust where this is placed. Another one of the things I recommend getting is this seamless focus gear ring if you're not using cinema lenses. But SmallRig does sell this seamless focus gear ring that fits the Sigma 18 to 35. And this one in particular is model 3293. All right, now let's talk about this huge thing on the front of the lens. And this is the lightweight matte box model 2660. Now, one of the reasons you would use a matte box is to block the sun or other light sources in order to prevent glare and lens flare. So this matte box in particular is lightweight and has the carbon fiber top, which is removable. Now this matte box attaches right to the end of the lens. So obviously there's different size lenses, and so this includes 4 adapter rings in 67 millimeter, 72 millimeter, 77 millimeter, and 82 millimeter through 114 millimeter. Now, another great feature of this matte box is the ability to use either 4x4 or 4x5.65 filters, and you can just slide them in right along the side here and tighten them with these top knobs. So if you're in shooting situations where you are not able to use the variable ND or any type of ND filter on your actual lens, you can slide 4x4 or 4x5.65 ND filters in, and they will cover the front of the lens right here. So a lot of great features with this matte box, but the best feature is that it's lightweight. It doesn't add a bunch of excess weight to your rig. Now again, if you want to check out anything for this cinema rig for the Panasonic GH5 by SmallRig, check out those links down in the description. And again, they are affiliate links, but those affiliate links totally help support this channel. And again, SmallRig, thank you for sending me these pieces of gear so that I could build out this cinema rig for the Panasonic GH5. This was a fun build, and I know I'm gonna get a ton of use out of this gear. Well, that's all I really have for this video. It'd be awesome if you have time, maybe stick around, watch one of these videos that's popping up on your screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.